come a long, long way. Made a lot of mistakes, but I'm breathing, breathing. That's right, and I made it, made it. This time I'm a little run down. I've been living out loud. I can beat it, beat it. That's right, 'cause I'm feeling, feeling invincible.
Aloha friends, this is Tito Kang coming to you from the LoliNation blog on this other edition of Marvelous Mondays. Yes, we are here today. It is a beautiful sunny day. It is the first edition of the second year of the LoliNation blog. And last we have celebrated our edition for the first year, and we had said, what are Lolipreneurs? And Lolipreneurs are those individuals that seek out to transform the world by putting value into it. All right? Those individuals that want to transform the world by putting value into it. And today I'm going to be sharing with you what I believe is how you can achieve mastery in any field that you want, because it is, after all, how you put value. And I'm going to explain to you. Now, I have come across this one individual. His name is Brendon Burchard. Look him up. Yeah, I saw him speaking in Washington, D.C. about 2 months ago, back in the month of March. And Brendon Burchard, you know, is an individual that people actually will liken to the new Tony Robbins. So if you're a Tony Robbins fan, look him up, Brendon Burchard. He rocks it. I've seen him live, and I haven't seen a speaker live with so much energy, so much power to give his message, and so much giving and authentic that he actually lightened up. I mean, everyone got up. I got him and started applying. But he was telling his story about how he came about when he had his car accident, and he almost lost his life in this car accident. He was going through a period of his life. It was not so great. And after he got up, he stood on the hood of his car as he just survived this potentially life-threatening car accident, and he looked at the full moon, just like it was last night. It was a full moon last night, and he looked at the full moon, and he asked himself, as he saw his life pass him by. You know, you hear about all these people that almost had a life-threatening situation, or almost lost their life. They see a reel of their past life, and during the reel, he asked himself what he calls his 3 significant question, which are: how did he live, how did he love, and how did he matter? And today I'm going to share with you the third one: how did you matter? There's an exercise I do with the individuals that I coach where I ask them to transport themselves into the future, and if I were to talk to their top best friends, top 3 friends, and sit down in a Starbucks coffee shop, and I was going to ask him, 20 years later, I was going to ask him, so how would you describe what happened to Tito? How did Tito transform in the past 20 years to bring him to where he is and who he is today? Now, if you write that down, you take the time to write that down, you will notice that you will want to answer. You will have answered that question: how do you want to matter? Now, I'm going to present to you that how you want to matter, the level of how you matter, is interconnected to the level of what you master. Can you feel me? This is good. How you matter, the level you matter, is interconnected to the level of what you master, right? And in what you master, that's the value that you are going to put into the world. So last year, at the age of 45, I decided that I wanted to matter and I wanted to put value. I looked back into my life and saw what is it that I enjoyed the most and what I believe I can bring value into the world, and I'm doing it right now. And because I'm doing this right now, I am still a rookie, because it's only been 1 year. And on top of that, if you were to believe, I've read the book Outliers by Malcolm Gladwell. If you haven't read that book, I urge you to go take a look at it and read it. In that book, Malcolm Gladwell has studied or observed the success level, the secret of success of those that we have defined have significantly achieved a level of success so high, a high level of performance. We would even call it elite performance. And in that elite performance level, what he's noticed is not that what defined these groups, individuals in sports, in theater, in business, what has defined them from the rest of the flock that made them so significantly more successful is because the amount of hours that they spent to master their craft. All right, to master their craft. So what was the amount of hours that was consistent? It was 10,000 hours. Now, if you break down 10,000 hours to achieve a level of mastery in what you want to put value into so that you matter, that equates to working 40 hours a week, 5 days a week, right? 5 days a week, 52 weeks a year for 5 years. 5 years you've got to be working on a full-time job, fully ingrained to actually achieve a level of mastery. Unfortunately, in this society of ours, we celebrate those who work fast or go fast. We put them up on a pedestal. But what we do not do is talk about the struggle that they've had or the amount of hours that they worked on to achieve 10,000 hours before they actually achieve their level of mastery. Case in point, in Gladwell's book, he speaks about Bill Gates, founder of Microsoft. He said that Bill Gates mentioned that he actually started programming in grade 7. So grade 7 is about 13, 14 years old. By the time he went up and graduated, or didn't even graduate from university, he had Facebook, Microsoft. He spent at least 6 hours, and he started programming like crazy. Now, you talk about Steve Jobs. Steve Jobs, at the age of 19, also started his own company. What you don't realize is that he was building transistors, monitors, all that kind of stuff within the HP manufacturing plant at the age of 13. I've blogged about his story as well. Now, the most recent, the ones that's talked about a lot today, is Mark Zuckerberg from Facebook. At the age of 19, was propelled onto the scene with Facebook. And what people said, this kid just became a billionaire just overnight. Well, he didn't. He was actually programming at the age of 12. Between 12 and 19, 7 years. Probably didn't do it full-time, 40 hours, but maybe he did over a period, add another 6 or 4 or 5 hours. Maybe he worked just 5 days a week. He worked 7 days a week at 5 hours a week. At 5 hours per day, that's 35 hours right there, So he accumulated those 10,000 hours. The Beatles, before they broke to stardom, were actually doing sets for 7 days a week, 5 hours a day, for a full 2 years before they set out and start kicking it up a notch. So we don't realize this. We celebrate. We have this button. The company Staples, Bureau en Gros in French, has this button that says, so easy, so easy. You push it, so easy. We are looking for the quick fix. You out there are looking for the quick fix, the get-rich-quick scheme, and you are not prepared to go out and achieve the level of mastery. And if this does not pertain to you, well, good on you. Keep on driving. Keep on learning the field where you want to master. And understand that 10,000 hours is what it will require of you to achieve that level of mastery overall. And that equates to 5 years, working 40 hours a week, 52 weeks a year. All right? So that's what it will take. Isn't that incredible? So as you reach out, I've promised you that I will show you how to achieve a level of mastery in your field. First and foremost, the first thing you've got to do is decide what field you want to master. Decide what is it that you are most passionate about. A lot of the times people get into something or a field because they see the money. That's what they call it, the get rich quick scheme. And it's not the money. It's never, ever, 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 ever about the money. When you get in for the money, you will give up because the money does not come up all the time and every time. Money is energy. It goes and comes. It's exchange. You got to put value towards it. Sometimes the value you put towards it, it's not enough for the amount of money you want in return, the energy you want in return, right? So if you do it for money and the money does not come in and you give up because you don't want to give that energy anymore, you don't put the value anymore, you'll quit and you'll become a failure. I've said it before. Anytime you quit, you are being a failure. You don't be afraid to fail, but don't quit, right? And if you don't quit, it's because you're not doing it for the money. Define that feel, that value. You're going to go out there and do it. And do it because you love it so much. You're going to learn as much as you can about it, and you're going to deliver. You're going to deliver for the folks that want to receive what you are willing to give. All right? The second piece in the equation is what? Well, very simple. As you go out and define, you got to go out and do. Practice, 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 practice. Over and over and over again. Do it. Do it live. Do it, recorded. Do it with a group. But just do it. Practice over and over and over. And let yourself fail forward and fail faster. As I do this blog in my first year, I'm just a rookie. I'm making so many mistakes. I'm making mistakes right now. It's not even funny. But I am enjoying this so much. I'm enjoying this process as I have transformed. I'm looking to transform, to become the lowlypreneur that I want to become. So I'm failing. And I urge you to go out and do it, and failing as well, and fail it with me. Transform your lives. Now, what you want to do, the third component is what? Make sure you surround yourself with either a mentor, a coach, a group, what I call the mastermind group, right? That will look at the value that you're putting, at what the mastery level you're achieving. Because, it's been said, if you go out and you can go out and practice your golf swing each and every day, you practice the same golf swing. And if your golf swing is flawed, you know what's going to happen? You are going to swing the same golf swing with that same flaw because you're not noticing it. You don't know it's a flaw. You've got to surround yourself with a coach, a mentor, an expert, right, in your field that's going to help you correct. And you've got to be open to receive the feedback to correct it. Oftentimes I see people going in and they are attempting, now I'm going to do it, I'm going to go out, I'm going to do it. And they do the same thing over and over and over again. And they keep on failing, which is great, but they're not changing it up. They're doing what Albert Einstein, I've said it before, calls insanity, doing the same things over and over again and expecting different results. You see it in reality TV with shows like American Idol. When they come on board and they start singing, and the singing is not that great, and the coaches out there, the people that are experts in the industry, is giving them counsel, coaching, and they go, nah, whatever, you've heard, whatever, they want to listen to. And they keep on doing the same thing and wondering, how come they're not becoming the star that they want to become? Because they haven't changed. They keep doing the same thing over and over and over again. So those are the three things. The three things I'm going to offer you today to how to achieve mastery in the field that you want. All right? Go out there. Invest. Define what level, what field you want to achieve mastery in. Invest 10,000 hours in practicing. And after that, invest in surrounding yourself with a coach, experts in the field where you want to achieve mastery. A lot of people surround themselves with people that aren't experts in the field, and they listen to suggestions of people that have not made it. Find the people that have made it to where you want to go and listen to what they have to say. Put into practice. I hope this was helpful for you on this marvelous, marvelous Mondays, how to achieve mastery. And remember, the level of how you matter will intertwine with the level of what you master. All right, and as always, do your best and make progress. This is Tito Kang reminding you that, your past definitely has brought you to where you are here today. And where you are here today, however, what you learn from what you are here today and what you do with what you are here today, from the people you met, the books you read, and what you start doing and practicing is going to define who you become tomorrow. This is Tito Kang for the LoliNation blog saying aloha, mahalo, until next time, and to your prodigious success.